Orville Renwick has been a baseball player, coach, executive, and umpire. His contributions to the game are exceptional, and he now is a very deserving member of the Hall of Fame. Orville, you played in the Southwest Baseball League with the Coulter Red Sox. I heard somebody make a statement that one of Coulter's outfield fences was in North Dakota and another one in Saskatchewan. Does that pin down Coulter's geography?
Very much so, yes. Yeah, and then us good batters could hit all the way into Saskatchewan. So, yeah.
You played and coached down in that southwest corner of Manitoba, and in 1968, the Coulter Red Sox advanced to the provincial final before losing to Thompson. Does that stick out in your memory?
It does, and I'm hoping to have a little bit of a story about that tonight at the banquet. Just a really short one, but anyhow. Yeah.
You enjoyed that participation?
Oh, yes.
At that level, of course?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's always nice to be up there. Aside from playing and coaching, you had a very lengthy career, over 30 years as an umpire in intermediate and minor baseball in that Southwest League. And so you must have enjoyed umpiring, I guess.
Well, I guess just back up just for a second. They used to give me a bad time. I thought I was the coach, but they used to call me the manager, and they said I played, and they said they never heard of a playing manager. So, so I was always looking for somebody to umpire, and when our team wasn't able to function anymore of the numbers game, I said, why wouldn't I try to do something back? And I started umpiring, and I guess I didn't. I guess I enjoyed it, or wouldn't have done it that long. But I thought I was trying to do something for the game more so than, yeah.
Well, I was an umpire in my day, and they said you got pretty thick skin to be an umpire. Is that the way you looked at it?
Well, most of the time, most of the comments, I think they thought we couldn't hear when we were out in the diamond, but I think I think if they'd heard it, it was harder on them than me. But yeah. No, I umpired in the Western Canada one year, and I said that was my dream. And when I got that done, I said I guess I could quit. But I did umpire for a few years after that. Yeah.
On the executive level, you served as the Southwest League's president for 17 years. You were the area director for the Manitoba Baseball Association for another 6 years. So what are your reflections on being involved in that activity?
Well, somebody's got to do it, and I involved in lots of things even today, and I just thought that somebody had to do it, and there wasn't a lot of other people, and I enjoyed it. You know, you meet people from around. I'm a people person, so I enjoyed meeting these people and working with them. Or, you know, I guess there was always disagreements, but most of the time we could work through it.
You also get some headaches out of it all, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But anyhow, it was always look at the bright side of it and make it fun. Yeah.
You received an award from the Manitoba Baseball Honor Society. What was that all about?
Well, when I read that, I'm not, I guess because I was involved in baseball for a number of years, they honor people, and I don't know just when that was, but I knew it would happen, but it was just another one of those precious moments that we don't really look forward to, but sure appreciate when they come.
That's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah.
And I think when your contributions are in a variety of ways, as yours are, I mean, that's testimony to the fact that you have put something back into the sport.
Sure.
What do you think about baseball in Manitoba right now? It's kind of gone down the tube a little bit, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, and because I'm a baseball person, some of the other sports are becoming too long a season, and baseball is tough because most people now, when summer comes, when we should be playing ball, that's when we holiday, and I know the high school ball is almost over, and it's not a cold weather game, and it's too bad because I think that discourages some of the young people from playing ball. But I think maybe the Blue Jays, as a Canadian Major League team, has helped boost baseball a wee bit. Yeah.
Are you a baseball fan? Would you describe yourself that way?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I sure am. I enjoy going to ball games.
So you do attend some of the intermediate games and so
Oh, yeah. And particularly, it seemed like always find something else to do half the time, and I do some other sporting events that old people can do, like golf and curl, and don't do much curl in the summertime, but when the playoffs start, we try to get to most of them, yeah.
Have you got a favorite Major League team or player?
Well, I can't remember my own name, so I'd hate to name any players, but we kind of enjoy the Blue Jays. I mean, I'm not saying that they're the best, but we've been there a few times, and yeah, it's always a good time, so I probably pull for them most of the time, yeah.
How about a special highlight as you look back? Is there anything that comes to mind in that regard? Something that really sticks in your mind?
Not much more than that year that we went to the provincial finals, and it was so much different than it is today. Today we have a tournament, and it's all over in a weekend. Back then we had playoffs, and I was just, I think, telling somebody actually when I got here today, we would play the first team and best of three, and you know, you were lucky enough to win it, and then you went to the next, it might have been the best of three, and when we got to the final, it was the best of five, and when we quite a different thing. It took all summer. Good thing some of us didn't do anything else.
Anybody from that team still kicking around that you are associated with now?
Oh yes, yeah, and we were actually thinking that we should be looking at something for this.
Like a reunion of some sort?
Well, we actually had a reunion, I think it was 10 years ago, and there was only about 2 or 3 guys that were on the team that were still living that weren't there. Right. And it's time for another one. But I'm thinking also like small town nominations for here, I understand, are a little tougher to come by, and we could still get together a bunch of them. I mean, I'm not the oldest, but I'm not the youngest, that's for sure. But we've thought of that different times. Yeah.
Orville, I think it's a special reward to be singled out for your contributions to sport. So how does it feel to be inducted into the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame?
Oh, I'm just excited that somebody thought that I'd done something worth mentioning my name. I'm really excited. I've been bragging about it all winter, I guess.
It's nice to get a pat on the back for what you've done, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, not that I needed it, but it's really nice to think that somebody thought enough of you to mention your name, and so this can happen. Yes.
Orville Renwick of Melita, now inducted as a builder into the Shrine for Baseball in our province.